welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Carl here at Carl Stacey Guitar Tuition, and today we're going to talk about 3 things guitar teachers forget to teach, excluding me. Let's jump into it. Okay, so number 1 on that list is going to be creating the perfect practice environment. Okay, this is something that I always mention to my students and talk about with my students, because I really think that the environment that you create for yourself to practice in and to improve and get better is almost as important as the practice itself. So what I mean by that is I have a lot of students that have came and went over the years, let's say adults, okay? And they have, let's say they have a kid, they have a wife, they have a house, they have other responsibilities. Music and guitar playing isn't their priority or their number 1 thing. They've got everything else that comes first, and then music and guitar is their outlet and their little bit of creative time, their little bit of creative freedom and fun. And then they'll try and cram in 10, 20, 30 minutes practice in a kitchen. Let's say, for example, right? It could be a kitchen, could be a dining room, could be any of these scenarios, right? There's other distractions, there's other noises, there's other things going on, right? I totally appreciate and understand that in certain situations and circumstances, this is unavoidable and you have to do what you have to do to get your practice in and to do what you need to do. I'm not shaming that at all, of course, but if you are really serious about it and you do want to get better, you need to take things like this into account. So what I would recommend instead of that, for example, is, okay, most people have a spare area or a spare room in a house of some kind, right? Whether it's a garage, a conservatory, an actual spare room, whatever it may be. Take yourself out and away to that room. And this is something that I always recommend to people, something I do for myself as well, and that is create an environment. So what I do, for example, is either dim the lights and or put a candle on and or put some incense on, stuff like this. Create an environment, create a relaxed space, a zen-like space. Make sure you're hydrated, right? Because if you're not hydrated and if you haven't ate, make sure you eat. Your brain isn't going to be at fully operating speed or capacity, and you're going to be elsewhere in the mental side of things, all right? That's going to detract from your practice. So first and foremost, make sure you've drank some water, make sure you've ate some food, take yourself out and away and distance yourself from your ordinary life and responsibility and people and things, and sit there and enjoy it and embrace it and be in the moment and be present. I cannot stress enough how important that actually is. The second thing that most guitar teachers will not teach you piggybacks off of the first point, and that is, if you are really not feeling it, don't pick the guitar up, right? This is something that I've had to learn the hard way about after years and years of playing guitar, 20 years now. And what I mean by that is, like, again, different situations and outcomes, and in a lot of cases, in a lot of people's cases, if you're really serious about improving and getting better, you have to push through these kind of walls, right? If you don't feel like picking up the guitar or practicing, you have to kind of do it and you have to push through it and force yourself through it a little bit, right? There's no doubt about that, and that is absolutely 100% true just as much. If you've been playing for a little bit, you've got the basics, you've got the foundation of things, it's all about the context of these things, right? As long as you're practicing consistently, and that might be every other day, every day, but it's 5, 10, 20 minutes, whether it's short bursts consistently, things like this, it's fine. So in that moment, if you get in and you haven't been hydrated, you haven't ate, you haven't had a moment to yourself, your brain's going to be elsewhere anyways. You're not really going to digest what you need to digest and take in what you need to take in, right? So take a second for yourself first, reevaluate, think, am I going to benefit from practicing right now? Am I going to benefit from picking up the guitar right now? If the answer is no, try again later or try again the next day. There's no harm, there's no shame, there's none of that. You've got to do what you got to do sometimes, and that's what my recommendation is. And the third and final point today for this video about what guitar teachers don't teach you is This is something, again, that I talk about with my students and promote to them, and consistency is the key, right? You don't have to sit and practice an hour a day every single day unless you want to do this for a job, for a living, like what I do and several other people do. Yes, I absolutely practice for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever the case may be, day in, day out, day after day for years and years and years. And if someone came in for a lesson with me and said, that's what I want to do, I want to get good at this, I want to achieve this, I want to progress, and so on and so forth, that's what I'd recommend to them. But if you're just a hobbyist musician, a hobbyist guitar player, you do this for the love, for the passion, for the outlet, the creative freedom, all of these sorts of things, you're better off doing 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 20 minutes here, more consistently. So whether that is 5 minutes at the start of the day, 5 minutes at the middle of the day, 5 minutes at the end of the day, that is absolutely fine. You've got the consistency there, little and often. It's kind of the same as if you were like dieting in a food scenario. Little and often is better than a big amount all at once, right? And the same rule applies to progression on guitar and all of these sorts of things that we're talking about today, all right? All right, so that has been the 3 things I want to address in this video today about what guitar teachers do not teach you, except for me. All right, I've taught you in this video here, of course, and this is something that I promote and work with my students on as well. So check out all my other videos on the channel. There's plenty of music and guitar education videos on the channel. Check them out, leave a comment, let's have a chat. I really appreciate you watching this video, of course, and all my information is down below if you want to book any lessons with me as well, here privately, one-to-one in my studio. Otherwise, thank you very much once again for watching and listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.